afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4's midweek edition.
Yes, made it to midweek.
I still think it's Tuesday.
I know, it feels like that.
Missing a week, but we'll move along. Lots going on today. The man who killed his girlfriend's parents in the Arboretum in 2020 learns his fate in court today.
An Adams County deputy shot and killed a man who was reportedly armed while walking through a rural portion of the county last night. We'll hear from a neighbor.
And former President and First Lady Barack and Michelle Obama return to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. We've got a look at their official White House portraits. Return to tradition there. Let's take a look outside. A little duck on the lake.
Beautiful warm day today.
Sunny,
felt great.
Warm and quiet. Gary is in the backyard. Summer hangs on.
At least for a couple more days, yeah. We'll see temperatures in the low 80s today, or tomorrow and Friday, and then maybe around 80 on Saturday. But after that, things will change. Live view from the WISC Skycam shows bright blue skies and a few fair weather cumulus clouds out there. Visible cloud track, not much in the way of clouds, just those fair weather cumulus clouds popping up. Those will go away shortly after sunset. Doppler track, free of precipitation across the upper Midwest. Dew point temperatures right now, upper 50s to lower 60s most areas. A little higher out toward La Crosse. Those dew points there in the middle 60s, but not overly humid right now. And you can see temperatures are very comfortable. 81 in Madison, a little warmer to the west, 87 in Lone Rock, 79 degrees in Mineral Point, across Dane County right now, 82 degrees in Cross Plains, 81 in McFarland, and 80 degrees in Edgerton. As we look at our evening forecast, look for skies to become mostly clear. Temperatures will be mild, dropping off into the upper 60s by 10 p.m. As we take a look at first warn traffic right now, the live view of the Beltline at Broadway. Traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions. It's busy, but not overly so. Not seeing any red on the Beltline or on I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison. Traffic moving pretty steadily there. No problems south and east of Madison on I-39, 90, or 94. And north of Madison, no problems there as well. That's your news for now. First warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Kari Sanford, the man found guilty of 2 counts of homicide in the 2020 murders of his girlfriend's parents, was sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole today. Here's how we got to today's sentencing.
In March of 2020, Dr. Beth Potter and her husband Robin Kari were found shot and left for dead in the UW Arboretum. A jogger found the victims.
Less than a month later, in April of 2020, Sanford was charged with 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide, and an accomplice, Elijah LaRue, was also arrested.
In May of 2022, after a week-long trial, Sanford was found guilty of killing the couple. He showed little reaction as the jury read the verdict.
And finally today, Judge Ellen Burtz sentenced Sanford to life in prison with no possibility for parole. Our Catherine Merck joins us live outside the Dane County Courthouse after listening to the sentencing inside the courtroom today. Catherine.
When the judge began today's hearing, she expressed how today was a somber and sad day for both ends of the courtroom. One side lost 2 lives, and the other has a man who has his life now changed forever. The judge expressed how the biggest factors that went into today's sentencing were the gravity of the offense, the character of the defendant, and the protection of the public. She said that Kari Sanford did the worst thing anyone could do on the planet, with what she saw as no remorse.
You have utter disregard for human life. And the public, anyone in the public, no matter how kind they are to you, no matter how generous they are to you, no matter how much they try to help you, they are at risk of being killed by you.
Sentencing also took place this afternoon for Sanford's alleged accomplice, who's now charged, Elijah LaRue, who testified against Sanford during the trial. He was sentenced to 8 years in prison with 10 years of parole. Reporting live in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. Madison police are investigating after 4 different gas stations were robbed around the city. Police say all of the incidents happened last night, but it's unclear if they are connected. Investigators are still working to determine what was stolen and who did it. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen.
A DOJ investigation is underway after an Adams County Sheriff's deputy shot and killed a man yesterday evening.
Tonight, the events leading up to that shooting are still widely unclear. McKenna Alexander joins us live from the town of Strongs Prairie to share what we know about the incident. McKenna?
Yeah, a lot of people stressed and concerned and just really confused tonight as we still work to determine what exactly happened here on Cumberland Avenue last night. Now, the only confirmed information we have right now is that around 7 yesterday evening, an Adams County deputy was called to this location after the report of a man walking down the road. The deputy approached that man and found him to be armed with a firearm. Then the deputy shot the man, killing him on scene.
It was in the evening after supper time, 6 o'clock or so. Heard a few gunshots, probably 4, and then a pause and 2 more. Didn't think nothing of it because of being in the country. We hear that every now and then. And didn't give it another thought until officers showed up at 1:15, 1:20 in the morning, wanted to ask questions.
Dianza says he's seen the man walking up and down the street any time of day for quite a while now. Dianza told me he doesn't know if that man is local, but says he assumes the man lived nearby, given just how often he was seen walking down this road. Now, I did reach out to Adams County Sheriff's officials who told me they couldn't speak about the incident and redirected me to the DOJ. When I requested the deputy's body camera footage from the DOJ, I was quickly told that while I can submit the request, it'll be denied due to this being an ongoing investigation. Now, like I said earlier, still lots of confusion and questions tonight as we work to figure out what happened between the time that deputy approached that man to the time he shot and killed him. In Adams County for News 3 Now, McKenna Alexander.
McKenna, thank you. Classes resume today on campus at UW-Madison. The enrollment numbers from the university's official census aren't in yet, but it could be the largest class that the school has ever accepted. That would be bigger than last year's freshman class, which was the largest in the institution's history, hitting nearly 8,500. The university's COVID-19 policy will be the same as when students let out for spring. Masks may be worn, but will not be required inside university buildings.
Our back-to-school week continues as we're checking out districts across the News 3 Now viewing area. Today, our Josh Spreiter stopped by the Waunakee Community School District to see what they're up to now that class is back in session. One of the areas they're most proud of is the Innovation Center at Waunakee High School. This space allows for a more hands-on learning approach.
It's looking at what are those things that we can do within the classroom, such as the Innovation Center and all the other programs here at the school, but it's also trying to figure out how can we kind of incorporate those into things that they can take when they leave here.
Waunakee is also very excited about its rebranding, including this new logo for the Warriors. As the district continues to grow, there is a referendum on the ballot this November worth $175 million. It would be for Waunakee to build 2 new schools over the next 5 years.
The state of public education is under scrutiny again as another major teacher strike gets underway. Seattle's first day of school is canceled, with teachers hitting the picket line. Better pay, smaller class sizes, and mental health resources are all issues on the bargaining table for Seattle public school teachers. It's a sentiment shared nationwide. A recent survey of public school teachers found that 90% said burnout is a serious problem, and there are at least 280,000 fewer public school teachers working now than before the pandemic began.
This is unprecedented, the level of trauma that we're seeing in our populations and just the amount of work that we have to do now after coming back from the pandemic.
The district superintendent said negotiators are working hard to come to a resolution. Teachers agree, but argue the strike is a necessary step toward putting the community first. The district did propose percentage-based wage hikes for teachers, who called the increases significantly smaller than their demands. A spokesperson for the district said they were disappointed by the union's decision to strike, but added that it was still willing to negotiate on a contract.
A new report from the Washington Post says materials seized from former President Trump's Florida home in August could contain information on the nuclear capabilities of a foreign nation. The Post cited people familiar with the matter who did not identify which foreign government. CBS News has not independently verified the report, which says the document was among the more than 100 classified materials seized. Lawmakers returning from their August recess commented on the Department of Justice investigation and a federal judge's decision to appoint a special master to review the documents seized a month ago from Mar-a-Lago.
For the president to take this important information down to his home in Florida and then store it in a closet with traffic, people back and forth in his resort and golf course is an outrage.
That is standard in these kind of cases, to have somebody look and separate out what's privileged and not privileged, and I certainly don't trust DOJ to do it.
Both the Justice Department and the former president's attorneys have until Friday to submit a list of proposed candidates to serve as a special master. The judge has ruled the Office of the Director of National Intelligence can continue its separate review of the potential risk that moving classified documents to Trump's home posed to national security.
Well, in a return to tradition, former President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama visited the White House for the unveiling of their official portraits.
Skylar Henry reports on the historic occasion.
The Obamas arrived to a huge welcome at the White House, invited by President Biden and the First Lady for the unveiling of their official portraits.
When future generations walk these halls and look up at these portraits, I hope they get a better, honest sense of who Michelle and I were.
The ceremony was also a coming home for the former first couple. The former president has only visited the White House on one other occasion since the end of his administration in 2017. For Ms. Obama, it was her first time back.
What we are seeing is a reminder that there's a place for everyone in this country. That is what this country is about.
The portrait unveiling marked a return to a tradition that transcended party politics for decades, until that stopped during the Trump administration. Past ceremonies have brought memorable and lighthearted moments, as when the Obamas hosted George and Laura Bush.
I am pleased that my portrait brings an interesting symmetry to the White House collection. It now starts and ends with a George W.
The Obamas chose their artists, Robert McCurdy and Sharon Sprung, both portraits painted entirely from photographs.
You'll note that he refused to hide any of my gray hairs, refused my request to make my ears smaller. He also talked me out of wearing a tan suit, by the way.
A pair of earlier portraits were unveiled in 2018 and installed in the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery. These newer artworks will live here in the White House, a reminder of the Obamas chapter in the American story. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Yeah, you're right, they almost look like a photograph.
Especially the one of him, yeah.
Well, still to come at 4, cruising the high seas is back.
When we come back, we'll talk with CBS's Wendy Gillette, who's on board Celebrity's newest ship, Beyond, about the return of the cruising industry. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Shop local for quality made in the USA products at Wanakee Furniture, ETC. Browse a wide variety of sofas and hardwood home furnishings from brands you can trust, like Smith Brothers, Simply Amish, and Flex Steel. Every style, every budget.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Menards has everything you need to improve your living space. Extreme LED tape lights are easy to install and let you add beautiful ambient light anywhere you want. Right now, all Extreme lighting and accessories are 11% off. Add extra security around your home with a Find Electric video doorbell. It connects to existing Wi-Fi so you can monitor activity anywhere with your tablet or smartphone. All Fight security cameras and video doorbells are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Think crime is bad now? Mandela Barnes would make it worse. Barnes would eliminate cash bail even after the Waukesha Christmas parade attack, supports amnesty and sanctuary cities for illegals, and had worked for a radical group that wants to defund the police. Barnes has a long record of smearing police while spending your tax dollars on security for himself. Mandela Barnes, wrong on crime, dangerous for Wisconsin. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
If you have advanced non-small cell lung cancer, your first treatment could be a chemo-free combination of 2 immunotherapies that works differently. It could mean a chance to live longer. Opdivo plus Yervoy for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Together, Opdivo plus Yervoy helps your immune system launch a response that fights cancer in 2 different ways. Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more time together, more family time, more time to remember. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or received chest radiation. Here's to a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about the combination of 2 immunotherapies, Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to all those in our clinical trials.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Shop local for quality made in the USA products at WISC Furniture, ETC. Browse a wide variety of sofas and hardwood home furnishings from brands you can trust, like Smith Brothers, Simply Amish, and Flex Steel. Every style, every budget.
Bring quality home at WISC Furniture, ETC.
Welcome back. In California, scorching heat is pushing that state's power grid to its limits.
Record temperatures mean record demand for electricity, and that's forced officials to issue an alert. Blackouts could be on the way. At one point yesterday, the state's power grid was pushed to the limit, with demand soaring to a record of more than 52,000 megawatts. California's maximum is 56,000 megawatts. California doesn't have enough alternate energy like solar or wind resources to cover the increased demand, and the state's drought is impacting the power supply as well.
The reservoirs being as low as they are, hit historical lows, means that you just can't run as much water through the dams as you would like to.
With no let-up in the heat, wildfires are causing death and destruction across the state, with 4 dead and thousands of structures threatened. Officials confirmed the 2 people who died near Hemet Monday were attempting to escape the flames. There were some power outages last night, but they didn't have to implement any so-called rolling blackouts.
Well, a new study suggests a brisk walk daily could help reduce your risk of dementia. Researchers analyzed data from over 78,000 people between the ages of 40 and 79 who wore smart wristbands. They tallied up their steps and found that those who took more than 9,800 steps every day were 50% less likely to develop dementia within 7 years. People who walked at a brisk pace as well, over 40 steps a minute, were able to cut their risk even further. Researchers suggest that those concerned about dementia should focus on their walking pace over their walking distance.
Well, Kim Kardashian has a new gig, Wall Street investor. She's partnering with Jay Sammons, a former executive with Carlyle Group, to launch Sky Partners. The new firm will invest in fast-growing businesses across several sectors, including hospitality, media, and consumer products. Sammons left Carlyle this summer following a 16-year stint, during which he invested in several well-known brands. Kardashian started Skims, an apparel business that's valued at about $3 billion, following a fresh round of fundraising earlier this year.
The British pound fell to a 37-year low against the U.S. dollar yesterday, marking the lowest level for the currency since 1985, when Margaret Thatcher was Britain's prime minister. The UK's new prime minister, Liz Truss, has only officially been on the job for 1 day, and she's already staring down multiple crises, including this potential currency crisis.
Well, the price of oil plunged today, and that sent stocks soaring. The Dow Industrials added 435 points, closing at 31,581. The Nasdaq was up 244 points, or over 2%, and the S&P 500 gained 71. Well, the cruise industry is recovering after the pandemic, rolling out a couple dozen new ships this year.
Most of the major cruise lines have relaxed their COVID rules now for testing and unvaccinated passengers.
Earlier, we talked with CBS correspondent Wendy Gillette, who joins us from the new celebrity ship Beyond off the coast of Italy.
Yeah, look
to me, Mark and Susan. We are coming to you via Elon Musk's SpaceX Starlink satellites. This is brand new technology. This is the first cruise ship in the world to utilize it. Eventually, every ship in Royal Caribbean's fleet will have it, but this is the first one. Celebrity is a subsidiary of Royal Caribbean. It's just one of many new offerings here on Celebrity Beyond.
To another great celebrity cruise.
Chuck McKay is sailing to the Greek islands with his wife and friends aboard Celebrity Beyond. The new ship launched in the spring, enticing travelers with a 2-story sun deck, expanded rooftop garden, and French chef Danielle Baloud's first restaurant at sea.
I am very excited to be on here because we're able to see all the new stuff that's just been added to the ship.
This week, Celebrity and other lines loosened their COVID protocols, no longer requiring vaccinated passengers to test before most cruises and allowing unvaccinated passengers who must test before boarding.
It's time to transition into the next phase, and that's what the world is doing, and that's what we're finally doing.
Companies hemorrhaged tens of billions of dollars during the pandemic, and now industry trade groups see the tide shifting. Cruise Lines International Association predicts passenger numbers will exceed pre-pandemic levels next year.
Future is bright, industry is growing, guests are coming back, so we're all very happy.
Disney added its 5th and largest ship, Disney Wish, to the fleet this summer. And the biggest ship in the world, Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas, began sailing in March.
They continue to innovate, and with that, they shape different experience for different travelers.
There's also this new ship sailing out of Miami, the Seashore, from MSC Cruises, a line that's better known in Europe than the U.S.
We have 140,000 square feet of outdoor space. This is enormous, and I think it's one of the biggest at sea.
We got a reduced rate to sail aboard Beyond and the family-friendly Seashore, which boasts a water slide, infinity pool, and specialty restaurants. The line will launch 2 more ships later this year as it steams ahead.
MSC is a family-owned company. It is the largest cargo shipping company in the world and the 3rd largest cruise line. Mark and Susan?
Let's talk about the Celebrity Beyond you're on. Is it crowded?
Yes, very crowded. 94% occupancy on this cruise. That's more than 3,000 passengers and many Americans. Around 1,200 of the passengers are from the U.S. We're making 5 stops in Greece and Malta. We started in Rome yesterday, and we are ending up in Barcelona.
Wow, I can see why. What's not to love? Wendy, does Celebrity have any other new ships in the works?
Its sister, Ascent, it will be launching next fall, and 2 years after that, there will be another new ship. That ship has yet to be named.
Okay. With that kind of occupancy, are the prices for cruises on the rise?
This one is a little bit higher than the prices I'm going to quote you, but a 3-night cruise to the Caribbean is as low as $168. Next year, a 7-night cruise to Europe is starting as low as $583 per person, so maybe something to think about next year.
And they always charge a little more for the brand new ships.
Yeah, exactly. Anything new, it's going to be a little pricier at the beginning.
All right, inspiration, Mark.
Yep.
There you go.
She's at the pool on the retreat. We'll be there in December. Wendy, great to see you again.
Great to see you, Wendy. Bon voyage.
Thank you.
What a great assignment.
How do I get her job?
Tough assignment, yeah.
She's in South Africa a couple weeks.
Right.
Well, good for her.
It's good to see cruising is back. Now, you're going on a cruise in December. Have you been on this ship?
No, it was brand new, but we were on a sister ship, Apex, last year. So I know exactly where she was.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. I can't wait. Still to come at 4, treating vitiligo, a condition that causes white patches on skin.
We'll tell you about a brand new treatment for this that affects millions of people. That's coming up after Gary's First Warn forecast.
McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
Now's the perfect time to get your roofing project off the ground with Feldco. As the seasons change, you want to be sure your house is ready for the harsh Midwestern weather ahead. For just $279 a month, you can protect your home and your family with a new Feldco roof. So get your fall started off on the right foot today with Feldco.
Roofing for $279 a month and soon. Hurry, call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
There's no other place where my story is possible. My mom was a teacher. My dad worked third shift. It was our ticket to the middle class. That's the promise of America I'll fight to protect. While others send our jobs overseas, I'll bring manufacturing back, invest in our own workers, and stock our shelves with American products. And with a middle class tax cut, you'll be able to keep more of what you earn. I know the promise of America, and no one will fight harder to protect it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
The 2023 Ford F-150 trucks are coming, meaning more ways to haul, tow, go, and do, and with more ways than ever to make it your own. Plus, if you order now, you'll lock in your price and lock in your rate. Do more in a 2023 Ford F-150. Custom order yours today. Lock in 2.9 for $60 and get $500 retail order bonus cash when you order a Ford F-150. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Take a look at this. A 91-year-old woman's high-flying bucket list came true for her birthday. Ida Shannon in Minnesota was gifted this exhilarating experience by members of her church who say that Gregoria's grandmother, who raised 10 kids, is a strong lover of people who they compare to Wonder Woman.
She is.
Shannon took to the skies like a bird in flight, and this wasn't her first birthday leap of faith. She went ziplining for her 80th birthday.
I love it. There's your daily inspiration.
I have nothing like that on my bucket list because I would be kicking the bucket, I think.
Jumping out of a plane?
Jumping out of a plane or ziplining or anything else.
No. All right, get ready to raise a glass because today is National Beer Lovers Day.
Beer, of course, is a well-known part of American history. Virginia colonists brewed beer with barley malt and hops, and George Washington recorded a recipe for brewing beer in his notes. You like beer, don't you?
You know,
on occasion.
It's funny. I never really drink beer except when I go to a ball game. I was at the Cubs game last night, and so I had my one light beer before the game started with my friend, and that's usually our tradition.
And what does beer go for at Wrigley now? $16 a.
I think I took out a loan. Yeah, it's expensive.
Well, summer's on loan at this point with these temperatures.
Yeah, next couple of days will be warm, but there is a change on the way at the end of the weekend. I'll have more on that in the forecast in just a few minutes.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs starting under $40. Progressives, 2 pairs start under $80. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Now is the time to switch to Spectrum Internet. America's leading internet provider just got even faster, with speeds now starting at 300 megabits per second. Faster speeds to game, faster speeds to stream, faster speeds to work or learn from home. All with 99.9% network reliability. Get Spectrum Internet for just $49.99 a month, plus a free modem and free online security software. Call 877-906-9192. Add advanced Wi-Fi to get enhanced security for your home network, automatically blocking outside threats to your devices. If it's connected, it's protected. So no matter what you do online, you can do it faster, safer, and more reliably with Spectrum. Now is the time to switch. Get Spectrum Internet with faster speeds for the same great price. Just $49.99 a month with starting speeds of 300 megabits per second. Visit Spectrum.com to find out more or call 877-906-9192.
Everything seems to be getting more and more expensive these days. And it's the same for your heating bills. Since it will cost more to heat your home this winter, USA Insulation wants to give you control over your utility bills. Our premium injection foam keeps the cold outside and your warm, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
The Stanley Steamer started with one man, a van, and a whole lot of carpet. We've been innovating for a long time. Stanley Steamer now goes beyond carpet. We've been cleaning tile and grout, upholstery, rugs, air ducts, and a whole lot more. We don't just clean carpets, we clean homes. So when your home needs a cleaning, give us a ring at 1-800-STEAMER.
How do we make your glasses the same day? It's all done in store. Our skilled techs handle your glasses from start to finish, getting them back the same day. Quality, affordable glasses made in store, only at iMart Express.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Very nice weather for the beginning part of September. A little warmer than normal, but lots of sunshine, a little fog in the morning. But other than that, it's been very nice. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. The warm weather will continue for a couple more days. Looking for high temperatures in the lower 80s for tomorrow and Friday, and then probably around 80 degrees on Saturday. But by Saturday night, we'll see some shower and thunderstorm chances. Actually, it could begin as early as Saturday afternoon. More likely Saturday night into Sunday, showers and thunderstorms as a cold front moves through. And behind that, temperatures turn cool. Highs only in the upper 60s for Sunday and probably around 70 or just a little bit above for Monday and Tuesday of next week. Tropics are certainly heating up. We talked about how quiet August was with no-name tropical systems in the Atlantic Ocean. Well, now there's 2. Hurricane Danielle still spinning out in the northern portion of the Atlantic Ocean. Hurricane Earl due south of Bermuda, probably going to skirt that island to the southeast and then head up toward the Canadian Maritimes. And then out in the Pacific Ocean, powerful Hurricane K, probably not going to affect much, make much of an influence on the United States, except for the fact that the counterclockwise wind circulation will force air from the northeast back to the southwest over Southern California. That's what causes Santa Ana winds, and of course they're under a blistering heat wave out there, and that's just going to make it worse. And then there's also an area of disturbed weather that's just off the African coast here that shows signs of development. National Hurricane Center says about a 70% chance that could become a named tropical system in the next 48 hours. But in the Pacific Ocean, right now, the eastern portion of the Pacific Ocean is very quiet. That's why our weather will stay relatively quiet for a couple of days. But now you're starting to see more weather systems in the western Pacific Ocean as the jet stream starts to become more active and then eventually starts to move into the United States. So right now, things pretty quiet around here, but that will change, and we'll see a change toward cooler weather with more clouds and showers and thunderstorms toward the start of the weekend. But in the short term, the jet stream pushing back north, that's allowing the heat to start building. And as it does so, our temperatures will stay in the lower 80s, and there's not much in the way of clouds or rain anywhere around here. That high pressure system just out to the west of us will keep our weather relatively quiet for a couple of days, with the chances for rain moving in later on Saturday, and especially Saturday night and Sunday. Planning your night, look for mostly clear skies, just a little patchy fog in some of the low-lying areas. 60 for the low in Dalyville, 59 in Verona, and 59 for the low in Windsor. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 58 in Janesville, 61 for the overnight low temperature in Monroe. Overnight, look for mostly clear skies, low temperature of about 60, and then a high of 82 for tomorrow. Some early morning fog giving way to mostly sunny and warm conditions. And as we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures, again, remain in the 80s for Friday, around 80 on Saturday. That's assuming we'll get a fair amount of sunshine in the morning, and then we'll see more clouds come in the afternoon with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. But definitely Saturday night and Sunday looking wet right now, and that'll hold temperatures down. High High only around 67 on Sunday, around 70 for Monday and Tuesday. The rain chances start to go down at the beginning part of next week, and the rest of next week looks relatively quiet. Temperatures probably in the mid-70s. Maybe a shower thunderstorm chance Thursday night and Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday of the following weekend. Mainly dry with just a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. So pretty quiet, but
we've had a string of wet weekends.
We have, and you know, I mowed my lawn last Sunday. I had to mow it again today.
Right.
He was really on vacation, and you know, I mean, an hour after you mow it, it looks like it needs to be mowed already.
This time of year is usually like toast.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, this is. It's been a great year for lawn mowing, and I'm sure, hopefully, for the farmers, a pretty good year too.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
President Joe Biden has a big goal: cut cancer deaths in half over the next 25 years.
It's called the Cancer Moonshot Initiative. He'll talk about where the efforts are in Boston on Monday. Fitting, considering it's the 60th anniversary of JFK's famous "We Choose to Go to the Moon" speech. The speech is expected to draw parallels between the push to land on the moon and Biden's, quote, vision for another American moonshot, a future where we end cancer as we know it. Cancer is the second highest cause of death in the country.
Well, it's estimated more than 1 million Americans suffer from vitiligo, a condition that results in white patches on the skin.
Now the FDA has approved a first-of-its-kind treatment.
Daniel Bacchus has more on how it works.
Gerardo Rivas has been living with vitiligo for more than 30 years. The autoimmune disorder targets and destroys the pigment cells in the body, causing white patches.
I started to see it right on my eyes, my hands, and I think it was right here on the collarbone.
As an adult, the condition got worse. He tried several therapies, from creams to UV light treatment, and avoided the sun, but says nothing really helped.
I avoided people, I avoided gatherings, I avoided going to the beach.
The FDA recently approved the first drug treatment to restore pigment in the skin of vitiligo patients. Opzelura is a topical cream that belongs to a class of medications called JAK inhibitors.
The medication helps stop the immune system from being too active and destroying the pigment cells in the body.
Dr. David Rose-Marin with Tufts Medical Center led the clinical trials.
1 year of using the cream, about half the patients who use it will get 75% or more of their pigment back on the face, and about half the patients will get 50% or more of the pigment back on the whole body.
Gerardo took part in the study. He saw results within 3 months and now has 95% of pigmentation on his face.
I don't think there's words I can describe it other than just happiness and joy that the treatment out there is actually working for me. Yeah.
He hopes the cream will restore more than pigment for other patients like it did for him. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The cream is approved for adults and children 12 or older and requires a prescription.
The researchers in this study say as a topical medication, it was well tolerated by patients and has a good safety profile.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Well, coming up next year on Live at 4, what if a video game could help you get over brain fog? Stay tuned to find out more.
And then coming up next hour at 5, the Department of Health Services held a media briefing today to inform people that the new COVID boosters are now available. Our Brady Mallory tells us more coming up at 5.
The green grass program put on by First Tee is making a difference here on the golf course and off. Ashlyn, tell us what First Tee is. I know people hear that, they think of golf. It's so much more than just the game of golf.
It truly is. So underneath our umbrella, we're kind of divided into 2 different categories. One is our learning centerpiece, and the other is what we call life skills experience. And with that, we're able to work with the community. We have partnerships with school districts, community centers, and we offer what we're doing here today called green grass programming. It was really cool because before COVID, we were serving more than 17,000 kids in Wisconsin. Last year, we're getting that number back up to more than 12,000 kids, but it's just providing an overall golf experience to make golf more of an inclusive sport, as well as teaching important life skills.
Brad, tell us a little bit about First Tee's green grass program and what that all entails.
Well, usually that's during the non-school time during the summer.
We're outside twice a week and using the 9 core values of the first tee and trying to use them on the golf course, and then how can you apply it off the golf course as well.
So much more than just we're going to get you good at using your driver and your fairway wood.
Oh no. It's all about teaching you about yourself and how you can respect the other people in your surroundings.
I know you have a favorite core value. What is that?
Mine is respect. Respect for yourself, respect for others, and respect for your surroundings.
What's that like when you can really see a difference in kids that you've worked with? And you see it hitting home and that light bulb going off?
It's rewarding is what it is. But the best part is when I talk to the parents and they tell me how they express some of those core values that they're seeing away from the course and at home. That's my favorite part.
And if they pick up a few skills along the way, even better.
Oh, darn. Yeah. Oh, darn.
I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
New at 5, the Dane County Sheriff's Office responds to the accusations from GOP candidate Anthony Hamilton's lawsuit. We find out the truth in the case for you.
Sunny and warm weather with a little late night and early morning fog is expected through most of Saturday. As a cold front moves through the state, cooler and showery weather is expected for the start of next week. I'll let you know how warm it'll be at 5.
And ahead at 6, the man accused of being an accomplice to the murders at the UW Arboretum has been sentenced. We review the case and its punishment tonight at 6.
Giving the satellite a spin, we end up in Toronto.
I think that's the second time we've seen Toronto.
It's the same shot. Is this live?
Yeah.
That's satellite. We got to get it moving. But 72 degrees there. Nice day. As many as 23 million Americans have developed what's known as long COVID. That's according to federal estimates.
Symptoms of long COVID can persist for weeks, months, sometimes even years.
Mandy Gaither has more on an experimental treatment for long COVID that uses a video game to improve symptoms of brain fog.
For those struggling with long COVID, the symptoms can take a heavy toll.
I almost feel like long COVID has taken my life away, and I want it back.
Right now, it's unclear why some get long COVID while others do not. Symptoms vary, but can include fatigue, heart and respiratory problems like shortness of breath, joint and muscle pain, and neurological issues, including what's known as brain fog.
I feel like there's a virus in my brain, and it's changing. It's changing things in my brain because I can't think, I can't remember.
Often people are complaining of memory problems, and when you dig in, you find out the deficits are in attention.
Psychologist James Jackson says the inability to pay attention is the underlying issue for brain fog, so he decided to test an experimental treatment. His patients play a video game.
When we opened the door to this research, when we invited patients to participate, there was a stampede.
There's even a dose prescribed, 25 minutes a day, 5 days a week for 8 weeks. Jackson says his long COVID patients are finding it helpful.
Is it going to translate into you being able to do your taxes? Are you going to be able to be organized? Are you going to be able to be driving? And when you stop the game, do all those benefits stop? And we'll see at the end of the day if this works or not. If it does, I think it opens the door to a lot of possibilities.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And the CDC says groups that might be more at risk for developing long COVID include those who've had severe illness from COVID.
People with underlying health conditions before being infected with the coronavirus, those who didn't get a COVID-19 vaccine, and those who experience multi-system inflammatory syndrome, or MIS, during or after being sick from COVID.
Well, still to come at 4, have you ever wondered what it would be like to live like the Queen of England?
Well, here's your chance. One of Queen Elizabeth's castles is now an Airbnb. We'll tell you more when Live at 4 continues.
You've
probably heard by now, but Wanakee Remodeling has been transforming homes for the better part of half a century by installing materials that stand the test of time from a team of trusted home pros. Our design team delivers a turnkey experience for your interior or exterior remodeling project, leaving you with a home you love. At Wanakee Remodeling, we'll never stop improving. Right now, get a special window offer. 25% off each window, plus 12 months, no payment, no interest financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. During our Labor Day sale, get great deals on Tempur-Pedic mattresses, like a queen Tempur-Pedic for only $22.49. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Or save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets. And you can rest easy when you take advantage of Steinhoffels' 60-month zero-interest financing. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
With less moderate to severe eczema, why hide your skin if you can help heal your skin from within?
Hide my skin? Not me.
Dupixent helps keep you one step ahead of eczema with clearer skin and less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs. Jam out on the strength machines and get down with some dumbbells. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 14th.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
The Socialist Squad led the charge to defund the police and eliminate bail for dangerous felons. Now violent crime is surging in Wisconsin.
More people have been killed in Milwaukee this year than in any previous year.
Mandela Barnes attacked the Kenosha police and incited more violence.
The officer's deadly actions attempted to take a person's life in broad daylight. This felt like some sort of vendetta.
Mandela Barnes, dangerously liberal on crime.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
On your first warning traffic, here's the DOT view of the Beltline at Stoughton Road. Traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions. The flex lanes are open there, doing their job. A little bit of a slowdown on the westbound Beltline approaching Fish Hatchery Road. This time of year, it's probably looking into the sun going westbound there. So a little longer on the eastbound or the westbound Beltline trip from I-90, 39 to University Avenue. That takes you 19 minutes, 15 minutes going back in the eastbound direction. Heading out of Madison, no problems. Beltline to Janesville, Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, and downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. If you don't have room for a full-size T-Rex dinosaur skeleton, we've got just the thing for you. A small dino goes on sale in Paris next month. It's expected to sell for about $500,000. This little guy is just 4.3 feet high and just about 10 feet long. It was discovered in 2019 in Colorado during road work on private land. The auctioneer says it's a dinosaur perfect for a living room. The creature is estimated to have lived more than 150 million years ago, and its remains have been restored by a team of Italian paleontologists.
That's pretty cool. Well, Queen Elizabeth has listed one of her homes on Airbnb. The listing says it will comfortably host 8 guests with 4 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms. The current listing shows the house going for about $216 a night. That's pretty cheap. With a 7-night minimum, the house is already booked. through 2024, with only a few weeks available throughout the next 2 years. Aptly named the Garden House, it is the closest property to Sandringham House and was formerly the home of the Queen's head gardener. So not exactly a castle.
No, not a castle. I think
it's the gardener's house.
I overstated that in that pump. But it's still nice.
It's still pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, Apple unveiled its new AirPods, phone, and watch lineups today at the company's first in-person product launch event since before the pandemic.
The gadgets are loaded with new features and promise seamless integration for users.
But as CBS's Dan Lieberman reports, experts say the tech giant is also trying to sell peace of mind.
Apple's big reveal zeroed in on 3 products it calls essential in our lives: the iPhone, AirPods, and Apple Watch.
On their own, each is industry leading. Together, they provide a magical experience.
The Apple Watch Series 8 adds safety features like vehicle crash detection and health options like cycle tracking.
Women's health is critically important, and we're proud to bring these new advanced cycle tracking capabilities to Apple Watch Series 8.
The new AirPods offer personalized spatial audio and improved noise cancellation. Apple saved its top-selling product for last.
We're going big with iPhone 14 and even bigger with iPhone 14 Plus.
With an always-on display, a faster chip, camera upgrades, and out-of-this-world assistance.
Emergency SOS via satellite.
These are features that really talk about not just the devices or the tech, but really about the experiences and that, again, peace of mind that these products are looking to offer.
The big question is whether the price tag will keep inflation-weary customers away. Apple is keeping the base model cost in line with last year's and crediting qualifying trade-ins. But the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max edge higher.
In terms of the features that they've added, particularly with the Pro line, really makes it a compelling upgrade for folks.
The company also touted its sustainability efforts, using recycled parts and plans to be carbon neutral across its manufacturing supply chain by 2030. Dan Lieberman, CBS News, New York.
But can you make a call?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it a phone?
Right. That's way down low on the priority list.
Kids these days don't call.
Yeah.
Final check your forecast coming up.
I'm gonna miss you. At Prudential, we can't tell you when your kids will finally go out on their own. But we can at least make sure that when they do, you're ready. That's why millions rely on us for the rock-solid strength that helps you plan for and achieve your retirement dreams. Whichever road you take, who's your rock?
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
In 1983, Senator Johnson's daughter was born with a serious heart defect. Dedicated doctors and nurses saved her life. Family became the most important thing in his life, and it still is. He has always enjoyed the simple things in life: the outdoors, fishing, hiking, camping, cross-country skiing, Packer and Badger games, rec league softball, and playing guitar. And did I mention fishing? As a U.S. Senator, he fought to secure tax cuts for 95% of American Main Street businesses so they could stay competitive with the big guys and survive the pandemic. His right to try law has given terminal patients freedom and hope and saved many lives. And his Joseph Project has transformed lives by helping people get good-paying jobs and be proud of earning their own success. Senator Johnson went to Washington for all the right reasons. I should know, because I am that daughter, and I've been watching my dad help others for 39 years.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Continuing coverage of the lawsuit leveled against the Dane County Sheriff's Office, Naomi Cole sheds light on the office's stance. And bringing you the latest updates on the officer-involved shooting, McKenna Alexander in Adams County raising questions. That's tonight at 5.
First raped.
He ends up holding me down.
Then robbed of a normal education. Then her school took a side in court. News 3 now investigates why a local family believes their Title IX rights were violated. A problem experts say happens again and again. Thursday at 6.
There's the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam looking out toward the east. Lots of sunshine, just a few fair weather cumulus clouds, as shown by the Queen Bee Radio Skycam out to the west in Platteville. Current temperatures right now in the 80s across most of southern Wisconsin, upper 70s east of Madison. Temperatures are as warm as 87 in Lone Rock, but here in Madison we're at 81 degrees, 80 in McFarland, 80 in the town of Perry, and 81 degrees in Mount Horeb. For this evening, look for skies to be mostly clear. Temperatures dropping into the upper 60s by late evening.
All right, Gary, thank you. Summer hangs on. Yep. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor answers your medical questions live.
And we have a singing good time as we queue up another Traveler Throwback Thursday.
This is a good one.
Oh, I can't wait. It's Smiles All Around coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
I am crushing this to-do list.
Let me see. Smart home upgrade? Home gym?
Check.
Well, what about the windows?
Cross something important off your list. With energy-efficient windows for just $129 a month, now is the perfect time to get your home ready for fall. And keep some cash in your pocket.
Windows for $129 a month and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Family-owned Brothers Maine is celebrating Labor Day with special deals on Whirlpool kitchen and laundry appliances. With our low price guarantee and free delivery, you can kick back and relax. We've got it covered. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Hitting the road? Not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than Verizon. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Exciting things call for a drum roll, like this new offer on one of Wisconsin's favorite lotto games. It's Badger 5 Double Jackpot Days. If a jackpot is won, there's a 1 in 2 chance that it doubles. This offer is included with every Badger 5 purchase, only in September. This exciting offer from the Wisconsin Lottery is going fast.
There's no other place where my story is possible. My mom was a teacher. My dad worked third shift. It was our ticket to the middle class. That's the promise of America I'll fight to protect. While others send our jobs overseas, I'll bring manufacturing back, invest in our own workers, and stock our shelves with American products. And with a middle class tax cut, you'll be able to keep more of what you earn. I know the promise of America, and no one will fight harder to protect it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
With Dad's arthritis, he needs extra help around the house, so I called a Grace. Yes, a Grace. With their agent home service, he can stay at home.
That's where I want to spend these months. With hospice care from a Grace, I can stay home with my dog and my grandkids and their laughter.
I had no idea laughter could be a part of my life again after Joe died, but through a Grace, I found hope and healing.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
In today's Final Touch, are you looking for a unique, one-of-a-kind gift?
Oh, you need to head to London. The Designer Con is the home of the limited edition toys, collectibles, and art. Designer Con is an international show that brings together all things limited edition and collectible. Vinyl toys produced in limited batches are highly sought-after items for the largely adult collector's market. It's a showcase event for independent artists and designers to display their latest collectibles and, of course, to sell their wares. Many of the stands at the Designer Con are run by single artists and designers and produce their ideas like small cottage industries. Interesting.
They are unique.
That's really unique there. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you back here again tomorrow.